Hi, my name is Goldbeer, and let's start with Beyond All Reason.
This is a free open-source real-time strategy game created to uphold the legacy of Total Annihilation and similar old-school games. Although the game is not finished yet, it is currently in playable open alpha with the multiplayer gameplay nearing a finalized state, meaning that you can just go to beyondallreason.info, download the client and play the game absolutely free. It is being updated on a daily basis in terms of the client and infrastructure, and the development team is working on a single-player campaign as well. Now it offers ordinary skirmishes, 2 survival modes and a bunch of simple scenarios, and probably much more because it is evolving every far. The game is not available on Steam, but developers said that it will be in the future. Armies of Exigo. It's not a free game in that common sense of the word, but it has no legal owner, it's an abandonware, so nobody will be angry at you if you just download it from wherever you feel is right and play it on your PC. Download Armies of Exigo entry into your Google search bar should steer you the right way. Game looks and plays just like if Age of Empires and Warcraft had a baby, and this crossbreed is not an ugly one. Like for example, when you crossbreed single malt whiskey with Coca-Cola, or potato salad with pineapple.
Blasphemy!
No, it feels right, looks really beautiful and it is fun to play. Here you can control up to 200 units at the same time, so it's absolutely okay if you lose 1 or 2 of them. The game also has nice differences from Blizzard games. Most of the maps have subterranean level that gives a 3D feeling to the game. Also, you can use automatic unit formations, where for example archers walk behind melee units and don't die instantly because you were eating your daily dose of fermented cucumbers and had no spare hands to save them at the time. Spellforce 3 Versus Edition. The game gives you the chance to enter Spellforce battlefields for free, multiplayer battles to be exact. You can choose whether you want to take on AI enemies in a skirmish battle or go head-to-head with other human players in both ranked and unranked PvP matches. Yeah, a free game with ranked matches is quite a nice thing to have. Economy here works as in Northgard, and the heroes concept is taken straight from Warcraft 3. Here you will be randomly assigned a faction, giving you a chance to play as orcs, humans or elves, 3 races out of 6 available in the game's universe. Each faction has its own strengths and traits, so you'll need to develop your strategy to make most of your units. I have tried the game and I was really worthy adversary for easy AI. That was a legendary battle, sadly I lost miserably, so I can promise that it will challenge your brain and will keep your virginity safe and sound for many hours. And on top of it all, you can also check out one single-player scenario to get a glimpse on how the single-player campaigns of Spellforce 3 feels like. Crustacean Nations. This is a simple RTS about crabs waging perpetual war. You will collect resources, build sandcastles, amass troops, summon titans, and shed the blood of your enemies in a charming beach environment. The game has around 2 players online at any given time, so it may not be the most popular game, but the fun thing is that you don't need other players to wage wars here. It's purely a single-player experience with all the action tailored to suit your needs. So here you can recruit, if I may say it like this, 6 different crab species, from common crab, the base unit of your army, to a legendary spider crab that marches across the bloody beach like a colossus from ancient tales. Around 90% of reviews on Steam are positive, so this is a tiny fun project for you to try. StarCraft 2. So if you somehow avoided StarCraft 2 in your life, I envy you so much. I have sunk about 5,000 hours into this game and I regret nothing. StarCraft 2 was basically the only game I played for 3 years after its initial release, and continue to do that occasionally for many years after as well. And the best part of StarCraft 2 is that now it is free. Well, I paid good money for it back then, but now you don't have to. Multiplayer is free and the first full campaign with Terrans is free as well. If you think that StarCraft 2 is dead because it's an old game, you are more than wrong. About 35 to 50,000 players log into StarCraft 2 every day and play at least 1 game. That is not much if you compare it with the giants of the gaming world, but it is far away from dead as well. Retro Commander. Okay, this looks like a complete Red Alert ripoff, but honestly I can see only advantages in that. Here you'll encounter a challenging AI for single-player games, including co-op play with the AI, cross-platform multiplayer over LAN or internet, including co-op, team and clan games. The campaign will tell you a story about humanity after a cataclysmic event and will let you control various units, including infantry, tanks, jets, helicopters, airships, warships, penis throwers, submarines and many more. Well, maybe not all of them, but you never know. War Selection. This is a real-time alternative history strategy with base building, resource extraction and warfare. You'll battle for supremacy against dozens of opponents on a ginormous procedurally generated map. Even 15 versus 15 skirmishes are available, but sadly the game doesn't have such a big community to actually make it work. So forget all that epicness right away, just like you forgot your dream of becoming an outstanding doctor of ding-dongs a long time ago. Here every player starts in the Stone Age and then goes through 7 historical eras by the process you are very familiar with from the Age of Empires. When I say familiar, I mean a complete ripoff, but nobody cares about that, including me. My whole youth I was buying Abidas or Abibas sneakers from a local market and they were protecting my feet just fine. The game has a very positive review score on Steam, but I have also found a lot of unhappy comments about the toxic community. Game is free to play and free stuff always attracts a lot of kids who can only feel manly enough if they say something mean to you. But we all know that this is because they have a very small PP and not even an outstanding doctor of ding-dongs could help them. Loria. If Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3 had a baby, Loria would be the final result. This game totally is like Warcraft 2.5. As I remember, this game wasn't free at first. The price was €10 when not on sale. So this is really good news. Although I have no idea how the developer has managed to deal with Blizzard's legal banhammer before. In Loria you'll find 2 campaigns, 2 playable races, 6 unique heroes and quite an entertaining story. Also, this game is humoristic, full of jokes and funny sentences. If you have nostalgia for Warcraft, you won't find a better deal for your wallet, that's for sure. Warzone 2100. Initially, Warzone 2100 was released in 1999, but after a few years the source code was officially released and the game since then has been maintained by fans, more exactly by a community of developers. Now you can select between the remastered balance, which overhauls unit and weapon stats for improved gameplay, and the classic balance, which emulates the original game's mechanics. Customize your units, play original campaigns or choose new ones, each offering unique storyline and missions. Also, as a must, the multiplayer feature also exists, but you know, there you will probably find a guy playing the game for 26 years straight, still living in the basement of his parents. He has no idea about the world outside, all he does waits for you to try that multiplayer feature. 0K. Here you'll construct giant robots and move mountains if needed, conquer the enemy at all costs. This is a traditional real-time strategy with physically simulated units and projectiles. Here you'll control over 100 different units with unique abilities, including cloaking, jump jets and terrain manipulation. And no, this is not just a multiplayer game with scarce solo content. Here you'll find more than 70 missions in campaigns to be enjoyed alone or co-op with friends. Also here you'll find a challenging AI which is nothing like your wife, you know, because 0K's AI doesn't cheat, and if you tend to play with friends you will find plenty of multiplayer content as well. Free for all, co-op, ladders, replays, spectators and tournaments. Game is really free with no paid advantages and it has very positive reviews on Steam. Crusader Kings 2. A game for slow thinkers. No real-time combat, no splattering blood, just plain politics. A real gem for Civilization fans. The game is made so well that on Steam it holds tens of thousands of reviews and 90% of them are positive. Any game would envy this success. Crusader Kings 2 is set in medieval Europe with parts of Africa, the Middle East and India as well. Here you'll take the role of a ruler and try to make it to the very top of the world's hierarchy by diplomacy, scheming or brute force. For example, you can marry your enemy's daughter and become friends with an otherwise hostile country. Together with your new ally, you attack another country which was too strong for you to take on alone, and then you can backstab your new ally and occupy his own country. So basically here you'll find gameplay that really makes you feel like a medieval ruler you deserve to be. Night is Coming, Wrath of the Woods. So this is not a full game, but I thought that it may be a nice and interesting addition to the list. This is a free trial version of Night is Coming. It allows you to face the darkness and struggle for survival in this harsh and unforgiving world. Within this version, you'll be able to explore one biome with procedural map generation over 2 seasons, spring and summer. You are tasked with building and managing a settlement. This involves constructing homes, workshops and fortifications nations to protect inhabitants from the encroaching darkness. Game focuses on core settlement management mechanics, including building, villager management, and especially defense. Gather resources, craft, train units, and defend against waves of enemies at night. That sounds really fun. Dune 2000. Arrakis awaits you, a sand planet with famous giant underground sandworms who can easily eat the biggest units you got. This force majeure element is absolutely amazing and will keep you on your toes while fighting on dunes. The game itself is made with a similar engine as a famous Command & Conquer Red Alert game, and honestly we can call it a clone of it, just with a few additional features and visuals. If you are a fan of the books or a recent movie, you will probably be delighted to hear that Dune 2000 is officially a free game, unlike the movies or the books. Just Google OpenRA and thank me later. Remastered version easily run on modern PCs, and you can even play multiplayer. Lobbies are full of players. Crystal Clash. Here you'll enjoy a fast-paced, easy-to-pick-up tug-of-war strategy, a hybrid of MOBA, tower defense, and deck building. You can play it in 2v2 or co-op with a friend, or pair up with new allies and enemies. Here you'll collect cards, build your unique decks, and have fun crushing your enemies, or be crushed. It's you all in all. Game is completely free to play and offers various fun units, robots, plant-based monsters, some stuff from Darkness, aliens, and medieval fantasy-based sacred and angelic forces of love, I guess. Whatever. So for sure, a fun game for a few hours with a friend. Don't hope to find any already in the game. Only around 3 players are online at any given time. Zero AD. This is a free, open-source, cross-platform strategy game. Works on Zero AD began a long time ago, in the year of 2001. It started as a mod for Age of Empires 2 and later evolved to a standalone game. So this is, as we always say in Lithuania, tas pats bybis tik kitoj rankoj, meaning the same ding-dong, just in the other hand. The same Age of Empires, but different. But same. As you can see from the footage, the biggest difference from the original Age of Empires is the proportions of buildings. They are real size compared to your units. Some players hate the setting, saying that it is impossible to command your army with great precision when the fight happens behind those buildings. We in Lithuania have another nice saying for this occasion as well. Blogam šokėjui ir kiaušai trukdo, meaning that the bad dancer is bothered even by its own testicles. So don't be that dancer or player in this instance. Anyway, the game is free, you have nothing to lose except your time. And if you have a lower end PC, don't worry, the requirements of the game are really low. Wyrmsun. Easy way to describe this game is that it is a Warcraft 2 but with modern controls. You can select unlimited units. The game supports Shift plus click to do a sequence of tasks, and it also supports massive resolutions where you can actually see more instead of stretching the view. Here you will also find 3 playable civilizations, story-based scenarios, heroes who carry their level abilities and items throughout the campaign, and possibility to mod the game as you like and even create your own custom heroes. So it seems that at last you can create a Bear Bender, the most powerful hero of them all. Lambda Wars. I doubt that you ever heard about this one. Lambda Wars is beyond cool because it is set in the Half-Life 2 universe, which is awesome. This is a free multiplayer source engine modification for Alien Swarm that brings the war between mankind and their brutal combine overlords to a traditional real-time strategy setting. You lead the uprising as a commander of the resistance or crush the rebellion as an overlord of the combine, with both factions featuring a full host of units, abilities, buildings, research and defenses. The game is focused on multiplayer, but strategic AI opponents and dedicated single-player missions are also included. One advice though, play for evil aliens, they feel stronger somehow. Home Wind. This is a minimalist, relaxing and cozy city builder about creating large settlements based on proximity tactics. It doesn't have any complex mechanics or deep systems you might expect from usual city builders. You know, where you have to build a perfect road system for your workers, so they have easy access from gold mines to gold smelting plants, to jewelers' shops, to toilets and to houses of workers in order to make anything work. Nothing like that awaits you here. The game aims to simply make your spare time more pleasant and relaxing. Just sit somewhere comfortable and create your home settlement. Planet S. Here your goal is to colonize multiple planets in a solar system to advance your civilization, build a city and supply it to grow your faction. The world consists of up to 14 procedurally generated planets which you can colonize. A planet's type determines things like the appearance, the farm productivity and the kind of resources you can find on it. You will start the game with a spaceship and enough materials to colonize your first planet. Uncolonized worlds can be claimed by building a spaceport nearby, and once you claim the planet you can integrate it into your economy. So basically this is how it works, and more than 90% of positive reviews confirms that this is a great free game. Hade Star. This is a unique space strategy game where players participate in one shared galaxy. Here you create and grow your space empire over time, in a persistent universe that constantly evolves. All new players start in their own yellow star system, and over time expand to discover and colonize more planets, set mining patterns, establish trade routes and fight the mysterious alien ships found throughout the galaxy. Players are saying that the economy is really well balanced and the game has no advertising or pay-to-win system implemented. You can play casually or sink an infinite amount of time into it. You can also play it on your phone and carry it, into your bathroom and conquer the galaxy while sitting and creating stuff with your personal black hole. Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition Free Trial. Despite being free, this version allows you to jump into the game for as long as you wish. It gives you access to 3 out of game's 16 civilizations, although they will constantly rotate for skirmish and multiplayer matches, so you are not stuck with the same culture all the time. Every week one civilization is swapped with another, so in general you can test them all if you wait 4 months. You won't though. If you like the game, on sale you can get it for €10, or if you are from a third world country, even cheaper due to a regional pricing. Free trial version will also gives you access to 8 hostable maps and Act 1 of Blood, Ice and Steel campaign, but keep in mind that ranked matches are not available.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.